Breaking news. A royal love story revealed. Welcome to Sheikh Hamdan's fans official channel, your go-to source for the latest updates on the royal family dynamics. In a shocking turn of events, Sheikh Hamdan recently shared a heartfelt poem on his Instagram account, unveiling his romantic tale. Stay tuned for the English translation, and get ready to experience the joy that comes with true love. In a candid revelation, Sheikh Hamdan opens up about his feelings, sharing a story that's been hidden in his heart for far too long. He's always been hesitant to speak his mind, fearing that words might jinx the magic. However, today, he's breaking his silence, and maybe, just maybe, someone watching this video already knows who he's talking about. The woman at the center of his affection is not a social media sensation, nor does she crave attention. Instead, she's a gentle soul who radiates calmness and serenity. Her presence is subtle yet impactful, and Sheikh Hamdan is smitten by her understated elegance. What caught his attention wasn't just her beauty but her remarkable ability to listen. He recalls a moment when she sat quietly, listening to someone who felt unheard, and that moment left a lasting impression on him. As I got to know her better, I began to appreciate the little things she did. She'd wait for everyone to be served before taking a bite, help others without being asked, and laugh at simple jokes to put others at ease. My feelings for her grew slowly, steadily, and honestly. I didn't even realize it was happening until I saw a photo of us laughing together, and it hit me. She was the one I wanted to share my life with. She's the one I want to walk with on quiet mornings, laugh with during tough times, and argue with just to make up and feel close again. People say you'll know when it's real, and I used to think that was just a cliché. But now I understand, it's about who you want to share your struggles with, who makes you feel heard even in silence, and who inspires you to grow and become a better version of yourself. Loving her makes me want to be more, not because she expects it, but because being with her feels right. I'll share a secret with you, but only if you're willing to journey with me to the end. This story isn't about speed, it's about the gentle build of love, one moment at a time. The name I'll reveal at the end is more than just a word, it's a commitment. There was a quiet evening that shifted everything for me. No grand event, no fanfare, just a simple moment with her. We sat on a small bench outside a peaceful tea shop, surrounded by the soft glow of streetlights and the gentle hum of passing cars. The air was crisp, with a hint of kindness, and the breeze whispered secrets to the trees. In that serene atmosphere, something profound happened, something that changed the course of my heart forever. I'd never vocalized my deepest thoughts, but the truth was, she'd become an integral part of my future plans. In my mind's eye, I saw us together, laughing, hand in hand, and sharing quiet moments. When she asked if she fit into my future, time seemed to stand still. I hesitated, wanting to respond authentically, without pretenses. My answer came from the heart. You're not just somewhere in it, you're the center of it. Her eyes softened, radiating a peaceful glow, as if she'd been waiting to hear those words for a long time. In that instant, I knew I couldn't hide my feelings anymore. It wasn't just a passing infatuation, it was real, deep, and deserved to be expressed. From that day forward, I started cherishing our moments together, even saving screenshots of our conversations, the meaningful and the mundane, as a testament to our growing connection. As I reflected on our moments together, I began jotting down notes to myself, capturing the essence of her presence in my life. Her smile had become a remedy for everything, and I'd confided in my closest friend, she's the one. Yet, I still hadn't mustered the courage to express my true feelings to her. Something within me was waiting for the perfect moment, the one where my words would resonate deeply with her heart. Perhaps this video is that moment. After our quiet evening on the bench, everything shifted inside me. I wasn't just envisioning the future, I was taking deliberate steps toward it. With each passing day, her presence in my heart grew stronger, and the weight of her name became a beautiful burden. I felt my emotions unfolding, like petals of a flower slowly opening to greet the sun. And now, I'm taking a leap of faith, sharing my truth with the hope that it will find its way to her. I started making subtle gestures that might have gone unnoticed by others, but held immense significance for me. I'd set reminders on my phone to send her flowers, check in on her, and truly listen, ensuring she never felt alone. My goal was to demonstrate my feelings through actions, not just words. I wanted her to sense my devotion in the way I looked at her, spoke to her, and stood by her side, even on her quietest. Meanwhile, I was also preparing those around me, particularly my family, for the possibility of her becoming a part of my life. It wasn't easy, especially with my father, a man of few words who values actions over emotions. I wasn't sure how he'd react, not because of anything she did, but because introducing someone into our lives means entrusting our world to accept them as well. I didn't want mere tolerance, I wanted genuine love and acceptance. I yearned for my family to love her as I did, so I began by sharing my feelings with my father in a gentle, casual manner. One evening, while sitting together, I revealed, "I've been seeing someone special." He nodded quietly, his expression subtle. I elaborated, "She's kind and brings out the best in me without even trying." Again, he nodded, but then asked, "Does she make you feel grounded?" I smiled, feeling understood. His response was a quiet sip of tea and a soft, knowing smile that conveyed more than words. Later, I shared a photo of her with him, a candid shot where she was laughing, her hand covering her face. He gazed at the image, handed the phone back, and said, "She has a peaceful aura about her." That moment told me everything. I felt a sense of excitement and relief, knowing that she was slowly becoming a part of my world. The weeks that followed were filled with quiet, thoughtful planning. I learned her favorite colors, foods, coffee preferences, and the music that made her sway. I didn't reveal my reasons, but in my heart, I was building a life around her, piece by piece. Every time I looked at her photo, I felt a sense of joy and anticipation, knowing that our bond was growing stronger with each passing day. Her laughter had become a gentle melody that played in my mind, a soothing soundtrack that accompanied me everywhere. Whether I was driving, sitting alone, or walking through a crowded store, her soft laughter was always there, a comforting presence that lifted my spirits. The way her voice rose at the end of a sentence, like a precious gift handed to me with subtlety, was etched in my memory. As I replayed our moments in my mind, I realized how deeply I was falling for her. Yet, I'd kept her a secret, not out of shame, but out of protection. I wanted to shield her from judgment and misunderstanding, to preserve the beauty of our connection. I was waiting for the perfect moment to share her with the world. That moment began to unfold when I was invited to speak at a gathering of friends, family, and community members. It wasn't a grand event, but it felt like the right opportunity to take a step forward, to share a part of myself with the people I cared about. They asked me to speak about love, and initially, I was hesitant. But then I thought about her, the way she infused ordinary moments with significance, her effortless elegance, and the quiet way she impressed me every day. Maybe this was the moment to share my truth. As I stood before the audience, my heart racing with anticipation, I glanced at the small note I'd scribbled earlier that morning. It had just one word, her name. Taking a deep breath, I began to speak from the heart. I didn't craft a polished narrative, I simply shared my truth. Love isn't always grand, I said. Sometimes it's a gentle presence that sits beside you, asks about your day, and stays through life's ups and downs. Pausing, I looked up, my voice steady despite the emotions swelling in my chest. Then, I revealed her name, not out of necessity, but because I wanted the world to know the woman who'd given my heart a home. As I spoke her name aloud, something shifted in the air, like a weight had been lifted, and I felt a sense of liberation wash over me. As I shared my truth, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Some people smiled, a few applauded, and my father nodded in quiet pride. But what mattered most was the sense of peace and joy that filled me. By speaking her name, I'd made our love real and tangible. After the gathering, people approached me with kind words, their simplicity touching my heart. "She must be special," they'd say, or, "Thank you for being honest." But what I looked forward to most was knowing she'd hear about it, even if she wasn't there. I hoped she'd smile quietly, feeling proud and seen. This wasn't just about expressing my love, it was about making her feel valued and acknowledged.